Hi there, welcome back to my island, unless you are new, in which case, welcome to my island. We are continuing flattening today. You may notice, though, that we are doing a voiceover instead of having captions. Honestly, I always want to do voiceovers from the beginning, but I didn't really have time to, and I didn't have the facilities to. And honestly, I'm still not super proud that I have to use a less than ideal mic for this. You'll notice the microphone quality isn't the best, but I do think that this is better than the captions. So I got rid of the last couple of trees that I couldn't get rid of in my last episode. And yeah, we're just gonna start today with getting rid of this top third layer of land. And we're probably gonna get a bit of the second layer of land as well in this upper right hand corner of my island. But yeah, I'm so excited to start this flattening process, and we will get right into it once I figure out how to take out my shovel. So you'll notice that I started getting rid of land from the left to right direction is what I'm decided to work with. And that probably wasn't the smartest idea because Nate and Daisy Ray are kind of trapped on the second layer once I start getting rid of... I cut off their access to the rest of the third layer. I cut off their access to the rest of the third layer of land, and I really shouldn't have done that because I just created more problems for myself trapping them up there. They get into my way a lot during my getting rid of this layer, and you'll see that I keep trying to get rid of land that they are standing a little bit too close to, and it was kind of a pain for me. Terraforming is definitely one of my favorite things that I like to do in Animal Crossing now, because you don't have to worry about your inventory filling up, and that annoys me the most during when I'm digging up flowers and trees, because they just really take up so much space, and it's so tedious running back and forth from the garbage can. And also the digging animation I feel like is longer than the terraforming animation. So I really like terraforming. Also, it's like a much larger scale type change, so you can see the fruits of your labor much better than if you're digging up flowers. And it's just really satisfying. I like to get rid of them in rows like this, so I don't accidentally have to dig more than I have to with making angled sections of land. But yeah, it's really satisfying to see. I feel kind of like an ant digging tunnels. And oh my gosh, Daisy May and Nate stayed getting in my way this whole time. It was honestly really, really annoying, and I was kicking myself the whole time that I didn't start getting rid of this layer of land from right to left rather than left to right, because at least that way I could have pushed them onto the layer of the land that I was keeping. But yeah, once it got down to this small section, it was very, very frustrating. And you'll notice in a second, I do kind of a jump cut because I will reload my game. Actually, it's not in a second. It's when I get rid of the rest of these rows. But I do a quick jump cut because I reload my game so that they could get off of this land and I could actually get rid of it. Okay, and Chatter's Nook has been destroyed. It's kind of sad because I really liked him nestled into that land over there, but it had to go. And like I said, in a second, I'm gonna do a quick jump cut so I can get rid of that piece of land that they're stuck on. It's kind of silly to see them up there just walking back and forth, but I'm gonna get rid of this pond first, real quick. All right, and look at how clear this land is. I just love the flattening process, honestly. When it gets to terraforming, it's just so nice to see everything get all just like removed and clean and empty. And I think I'm going to get rid of these bushes here. Yep, I'm going to get rid of the bushes there, and we're going to, once I get rid of that top layer of land that I couldn't get to because of Daisy May and me, I'm going to start removing this second layer here, which is why I'm getting rid of the bushes, because I don't really know how far over I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go sort of towards like the edge of Chatter's house, but yeah, I will be right back and get rid of this section here. I'm back. You'll notice there was a little bit of a time jump, and don't mind that. I just like to do stuff in the background of me playing video games. But Nate and Daisy May are both gone. Well, technically, Daisy May is still here, but she's no longer on the third level, so I can get rid of this now. Thank goodness. Chatter's out, and I think he really wants to talk to me because he kind of just like stands near me. But it's not time for that. It's work time. Okay, and I didn't speed up this section for whatever reason. I don't really know why. I'm guessing either I forgot about it or I just thought that this bit was too small of land to really warrant a speed up. But yeah, I didn't speed it up, so we're just gonna live with this because I'm not going back and editing it now, to be completely honest with you. I live by pretty fast, I guess. Anyways, as I'm approaching getting rid of this second layer of land, first of all, I'm so excited to be getting rid of this. It's a really large section, so I think I do take a break in there at some point. I'm not completely sure. But I'm so ready to just have, like, this feels like a really good chunk out of my workload for flattening the island. And I'm just really excited that I'm getting rid of it. I'm being smart this time and going from right to left because I know that I'm keeping the land on the left. So that way I can push Daisy May onto it and she doesn't have to be trapped again. But yeah, just going in my row pattern like I usually do. And oh my gosh, Daisy May. She literally gets in my way so often. Like, genuinely, girl, what are you doing? This is a construction zone. Like, stay out of the way. But anyways, yeah, we're going to keep getting rid of land in these row layers, and yeah. As I started flattening, I've been slowly coming up with ideas for how I should place things once I'm back in the decorating phase. And I'm thinking that this back right section could be a really good place for the campsite because I really like that flat layer of rocks I sort of just went past it, I think. But I really like that flat layer of rocks because I feel like it could be a really nice either sitting area or like I could put a little pool there. But yeah, I'm brainstorming and I'm super excited for when I'm actually in that decorating phase again. But yeah, as I'm flattening, I just keep coming up with little ideas. So I'm making a little Pinterest board, pocketing my ideas for later. Here I'm just sort of doing some preemptive burrowing of how far over left I think I'm going to be going. So if you're wondering why I broke pattern, that's what I'm doing. And oh my gosh, this is when Daisy May really started to annoy me. Because what are you doing? Why are you in the way? Why are you zigzagging in front of me? Like, what is going on? You see I'm trying to work here. Genuinely, I don't know, maybe she's mad at me because I'm not buying her turnips. But like, seriously? Why are you doing this to me? Oh my gosh, I cannot handle her right now. Literally, I don't know why she would ever do this. I don't know why she's being so, like, I'm working, get out of the way. I hate when villagers just like, oh my gosh, I especially hate when villagers, you're trying to decorate an area and they just like plop themselves under a tree that you're trying to decorate around. Like, move, get out of the way. I don't know why, but digging from left to right after having just gone right to left, it feels like it takes so much longer. Like, I feel like this, maybe it's because it's the rows and I'm actually taking a little bit longer because I'm being careful to try not to accidentally build anything between the rows, but it just feels like it takes so much longer than it originally did, even though that's probably not true. Alright, and that is the whole back section done. Honestly, I'm really proud of myself for getting as much done today as I did. I feel like that was quite a bit of work off of my plate. I'm quickly going to patch up this hole that I made by Chatter's house. I don't think I understood quite how far left I was going to be digging, but honestly, 3 blocks is not that far off, so good on me. But anyways, this was, like I said, a good chunk out of my workload. This whole back right section has kind of been like weighing on me since all of the flowers and trees are up there. But now that it's done, I feel much better, and I'm probably going to move on to removing the Nooks Cranny area next. I'm slowly going to start moving houses like Groucho and Nate off of the top back part of the neighborhood there, and I'm going to start moving their houses onto the beaches. But that will be something that sort of happens in the background. I'm probably going to work clockwise, so I think I'm going to do Nook's Cranny next episode, and possibly Able Sisters, if I get to it. I guess it'll depend on how long it'll take with the water terraforming. But yeah, I'm going to get rid of houses from top to bottom. I also want to keep the neighborhood somewhat intact and do that last because I know that I'm not going to have that much space on the beaches. So once I get rid of a lot of the other stuff, I'll be able to move them to the outskirts of the island very well and very easily. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this content, please like and subscribe. I really enjoy playing Animal Crossing, and I feel like every time I do one of these videos, I get a little bit better at editing and the whole like behind the scenes process of making videos, and I really enjoy that experience. But yeah, if you like this content, please interact, and I will see you next time. Bye!